everybody. It's time for a ROCrageous TuneUp. Hi, I'm Rock, pastor of Relentless Church. We're here to talk about a tune-up. What's the definition of a tune-up? A tune-up is simply a process of making small changes to something to make it work better. And that's what we want to do. And here we are at Master Mechanic, Mr. Allen's shop, and he's doing some tune-ups on some cars. So we're going to talk about how we tune up our lives by making the small changes, just the small changes, not the big stuff. Let's just talk about the small stuff. All right, gang, let's talk about mistakes. We all have mistakes. We all have regrets, right? I mean, why did I get in that car? Why did I call her? Why did I call him? Why did I go to that party? Why did I go to that spring break on that year? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why didn't I say that? We all have mistakes. Why did I pull all those fire alarms in that city that I grew up in and put on probation for 2.5 years? Why did I do that? So we all have mistakes. We all have regret. What do you do with that? So let's talk about a character in the Bible named Samson. Now, Samson was a very unique guy. He was obviously had supernatural strength given by God. And it was all tied to his hair, right? Many of you know the story. Well, it's found in the book of Judges, chapter 16. And he finally revealed, he made a huge mistake. He finally revealed the secret of his strength to Delilah. And Delilah took that mistake and tried to destroy Samson's life. I mean, one night he's sleeping, she cuts his hair off, and then the Philistines come in the next morning, his enemies, they capture him, they gouge his eyes out. I mean, he lost all his strength. They put him in prison. He began to do hard labor, and he suffered for his mistakes, just like many of us have suffered with our mistakes. But what did Samson do? Listen, in verse 22 of that chapter, chapter 16, the scriptures say that his hair began to grow back. I want to tell you something. God will never consult your past to create your future. He just won't do that. Now, we do that all the time. We always consult our past. We always think about our mistakes. Man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. If I would have did that different, if I wouldn't have done that, things might have been different. Yeah, well, we all have those moments. But God is not done with you yet. Just like he wasn't done with Samson. God will never consult your past to create your future. Here's another thing. Don't embalm your mistakes. Cremate them. Let's talk about embalming. How we embalm our mistakes. Now, embalming, the embalming fluid is injected into a dead body, right? And the embalming fluid is a preservative, right? To try to preserve that dead body from decaying so fast. Well, we embalm our mistakes all the time instead of cremating them. Now, listen, I've buried a lot of people. Well, wait. That sounds horrible. I haven't buried people. I've conducted a lot of funerals. But when I look at a dead body and I realize, hey, they embalmed this body, and that embalming fluid is preserving that dead body. So what we do with our thought life is every time we think about our mistakes, we think about our regret, we inject embalming fluid into that mistake, and it just stays alive in our mind. It affects our future. It affects how we treat people. It affects our relationships. And so I'm here to tell you, to challenge you, let's make a small change. Let's not embalm our mistakes. Let's cremate them. Well, how do you cremate mistakes? Let me share a scripture with you. The Apostle Paul gave us an amazing tool that we can use to cremate our mistakes. It's found in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8. It says this, finally, whatever's true, whatever's noble, whatever's right, whatever's pure, whatever's lovely, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on those things. So it really is about our thought life. Have you ever thought about what you're thinking about? I mean, what am I thinking about? I'll tell you what we tend to think about. We tend to think about our mistakes. And God will never consult our mistakes, our failures, our past to create our future. So why should we? Why don't we stop embalming our mistakes and cremate our mistakes? Listen, you don't drown by falling into water. You drown by staying there. All right, let's see what Mr. Allen's doing here in his shop right here. Mr. Allen, how you doing? What's going on, man? What are you doing?
I'm tuning up this car.
Woo, tuning up the car. I love tools. All right, can I help you?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Let's go. Great. Okay. All right, awesome. Mr. Allen, what is this? What is that?